Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the powers of 10. So if you've ever heard of exponents, it's 10 with an exponent. So we're going to talk about that today. So your Thursday learning goal is, you guys already have it in your slides, but I'm just going to read it again. All right, so your essential question is, how can you use an exponent to show powers of 10? Okay, so we are going to talk about powers of 10 first. So for now, we're just going to be talking about the base, which is going to be 10 for this lesson. It's going to stay 10. The base is going to stay 10. And then I'm going to have, usually I put it in there just to represent what power of 10 it's going to be, or what exponent. So it's basically like a question mark, like it can be anything. So this right here, this little number on top is called your exponent. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So we're base 10. Okay, so if I have a 10 as my base, that's what we'll be focusing on today. And I've got a 2 up here. Basically what that means is this base number times itself that many times. So we've got 1, 2. So I've taken 10 times 10. So this is not 10 times 2. A lot of people get confused on that. This is 10 times 10. So this exponent tells me how many times I'm going to multiply this number by itself. Okay? So we said that 10 squared, that's how we would say it, 10 squared. So when it has a 2 up here, that is squared. I'm going to multiply it by itself. So 10 times 10 is going to give me 100. Okay? If I have 10 to the third, the 3 up there, it's going to be 10 times 10 times 10. So I've multiplied it by itself 3 times, right? Okay, and I have to the 4th. I'm going to do 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, this is not 10 times 4 or 10 times 3. This is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. You're multiplying it by itself this many times. Okay, so that's a little introduction about powers of 10. So let's look at, on page 24. So page 24 in your Go Math book. We're going to look at problem number 3. Okay? So let's look at problem number 3. So we have 10 squared. So what that means is I'm going to take 10 times 10. So I've got 1, 2, so that matches this many times. So what it's asking for in number 3 is to find the value. So I'm going to do 10 times 10, which we already talked about this earlier, is 100. Okay? So I think we've got that down. But now we need to look at number 4. So number 4 has 4 times 10 squared. All right, so first what I want you guys to do is look at the number with the exponent. So we've got 10 squared. So I want you to solve that first, which is 10 times 10. And we said that was 100. So now we know that what this actually means is 4 100. And that will give me 400. Okay. So let's do another one. Let's go to the next one, which is number 5, and we're still on page 24. So number 5, we've got 7 times 10 to the third. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to solve this first. We're going to solve the one with the exponent. So let's go ahead and do that, which is going to be 10 times 10 times 10. So I know that 10 times 10 is 100. So 100 times 10 is 1,000. Okay, so now I know that this represents 1,000. So now I can do 7 times 1,000, which will give me 7,000. Okay. All right. Let's go to page 25, and we're going to look at number 6 now. Okay, so number 6, it says write in exponent form and word form. So they've already given you the 10 times 10 times 10 on number 6. So they've already like broken it apart for you. Now you're gonna put it back together to make it exponent form. So I've got 10 times 10 times 10. So I can count. I've got 1, 2, 3. So I've multiplied it 3 times. So I know that I can take this base number, which is 10, and I know I multiplied it 3 times, so that becomes my exponent, 10 to the third. And it asks you to write this in word form. So this is how we would write it in word form. We're going to say the third power of 10. So we've got the third power of 10. So let's say this number was a 5. This would change to the 5th power of 10. If that number was a 4, this word form would change the 4th power of 10. Okay? All right, so now let's look at number 11, because this has a lot on number 11. So let's just look at number 11 together. I'm gonna check the time. Okay. So number 11, we've got 12. Okay, so we also didn't talk about if I've got 10 to the power of 0. So that would just be 1. 10 to the power of 0 equals 1. So that will help you on this. So we've got 12 times 10 to the power of 0 is the same thing as 12 times 1. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and solve for this, and that's what gave me 1. And then after you do that, you're going to solve 12 times 1, and 12 times 1 is 12. Okay, let's go to the next one. We've got 12 times 10 to the power of 1. So 10 times, just be 10, right? Equals 12 times 10. So go ahead and solve this. 12 times 10 is 120. So you see that this 10 to the first power is the same as this. We're just going ahead and solving that. So now let's do 12 times 10 to the power of 2 equals 12. So 10 to the power of 2 we know is 100. Now we're going to solve that. 12 times 100 equals 1200. And we're going to do 12 times 10 to the third. So 10 to the third is the same as 1000. Solve this. That's going to give me 12,000. Okay, and I'll let you guys do the last one on your own. Okay, so that's what we're focusing on today's lesson. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If this stuff is all new to you and you're super confused, please let me know and I'll help you, okay? Thank you.